Well, as a whole, it's really hard to access these securities. The dirty little secret of total return bond funds and core plus bond funds is that most of their outperformance relative to the ag comes from owning and investing mortgage-backed securities, okay? But if you go on to Fidelity or Schwab, you can't just go buy a mortgage bond. You can buy municipal bonds, corporate bonds, and treasuries. And when you look at mutual funds and ETFs, there's very few to pick from in our space. So it does take a barrier to entry to be able to invest in these securities, first of all. And second of all, it's a little complicated in that they aren't homogeneous. Not everything is rated the same. They don't have predictable maturities. It's not easy to predict when borrowers will actually pay off their home loans. So all those things combined make it so that not everyone can play. And what we're playing in specifically right now, which is this legacy 07 and earlier space, it's only $200 billion in size now. Our average ticket might only be $1 million or $2 million invested. And frankly, that's just too small for large money managers to spend their time on. That said, that's where a lot of our supply comes from. A large money manager might have an account that wants to liquidate, but on the flip side, they're the ones who are also providing our demand. What we practice, or what I like to call it, is searching the bush for two birds, where we're spending an inordinate amount of time bidding on bonds and trying to find good deals. And when we find those two birds, we'll come back to that holder that we know likes that bond or owns that bond in other accounts, and we'll offer them up one bird at a higher price. So it really goes both ways, where large money managers are the supply and the demand, but they're not spending an egregious amount of time actively bidding on bonds.